Hello my friends, and welcome to this next video in the series where we shall be discussing logical operators in JavaScript. Logical operators are used to make decisions on conditions in JavaScript code. So it allows you to control the flow of programs or allows you to make certain decisions in your code. And this is based on the truth or falsity of certain expressions in your code. The basic logical operators that we have in JavaScript are the AND operator, the OR operator, and the NOT operator. And these logical operators are used to perform logical operations on Boolean values, which are true and false. So when you use the AND operator or the OR operator or the NOT operator in your JavaScript code, you are either getting a true returned to you or a false returned to you. Either of these two Boolean values. Now, for the AND operators, they will usually have two expressions on the left and on the right side. So, if the both expressions, that is the expressions on the left and expressions on the right side of the AND operator are true, then the AND operator will return true. But if one of the expressions on either side of the AND operator is a false, then the AND operator will give you false or will return a false to you. For the OR operator will return a true to you if at least one of the expressions on the left or on the right side of the OR operator is true. So if you have true on the left side and false on the right side, you still get a true. If you have false on the left side and you have true on the right side, you're still going to get a true. But if you have false on both sides of an OR operator, then you get a false returned to you. And for the NOT operator is just used to negate a Boolean value. So if you have a Boolean value and then you want to negate it to become the opposite of that Boolean value, you use the NOT operator. So if you have a true and then you want to make it a false, you use the NOT operator. So it becomes not true, then we'll give you a false. Right? And if you have false and you say not false, then you get a true. And in order to understand this better, let's jump right into our VS Code and work with our VS Code and see the result of the things we're doing on our browser. This right here is my VS Code, and I'm going to start with the AND operator. So let me say something like if, and then open parenthesis, and then I'm going to have the curly braces like this. So within the if parenthesis, I'm going to have something like 3 less than 4. And then I'm going to have the AND operator like this. And then I can say something like 4 greater than 7. So if you look carefully, this right here, 3 less than 4, is one expression. And it is on the left side of the AND operator. To the right of this AND operator, you have 4 greater than 7. So now, if this returns true, this one returns true, then it means that the whole expression right here will return a true. And which means that what we have inside our if block will be executed. So let me say something like console.log, then I'm going to say evaluate to true. Because remember, when you have an if statement and you have expressions written inside of the parenthesis of that if statement, if that expression evaluates to a true value, then whatever you have inside of the if block will get executed, or else it will not be executed. So I can even have an X block like this to say console.log, and then I'm going to have not evaluating to true. And in fact, let me use an alert so we can easily say it on our screen, on our web page. So I'm going to say alert instead of console.log in it. Now, looking back to this expression, we have 3 less than 4. Is 3 less than 4? This is true, right? And on the right, we have 4 greater than 7. Is 4 greater than 7? This is false. So it means that we have true and false. So true and false will give us false because this is an AND operator. Remember, for the AND operator, both expressions on the left and on the right side must be true for the whole expression to return true to us. So this will give us false. And because it gives us false, we're going to have not evaluating to true printed to us right here. In fact, let me say evaluates to false instead, so it becomes a bit assertive. So as soon as I save, now on our screen right here, we see evaluates to false. Cool. So I'm going to close this off. Now let's try to make this whole expression to become true, so that we have this alert statement right here returned to us. So what do? Let me change this one to become a true value. So I'm going to say 4 greater than 3, and 4 indeed is greater than 3, right? And 3 is less than 4. So this returns a true, and this returns a true. So true and true. Then this evaluates to true, and because the whole expression evaluates to true, we're going to have this one. So if I save, now you can see we have evaluates to true. And that's just how the AND operator works. The main thing to realize for the AND operator is that the expressions or the values you have on both sides of the AND operator must be true for you to get everything to become true. For the OR operator, I'm going to have everything right here taken out like this. So I'm going to say something like 7 less than 9 or 9 greater than 10, like this. So now let's evaluate this. Is 7 less than 9? Yes, this is true. Let's check on the right side. Is 9 greater than 10? This is false. So the expression on the right side of the OR operator returns a false. The expression on the left side of the OR operator is true. So we're having true or false. And because we're having true or false, this whole expression will return a true, because the OR operator just needs one side to be a true. In this case, 7 less than 9 is the one that is true, so it's still going to give us true. So because this whole expression returns true, then it means we're going to get this alert evaluates to true. So as soon as I save, we get evaluates to true. And let's try to make the one on the right to also be true. So I'm going to say 9 less than 10. Of course, this one is true and this one is true. So we're going to get true for all, or the total expression right here. So we're still going to get evaluates to true as an alert on our work page. Yeah, we're still getting evaluates to true. But if I make both false, so if I say 7 less than 6, and then right here, I'm having 99 less than 10. We know that 7 is not less than 6, and we know that 99 is not less than 10. So the both sides of the expression is returning false. So this returns a false, and this returns a false. And for that reason, the whole expression right here will give us a false, like this. So it's assumed we're saying something like if false. So since it's going to be false, then we have this evaluates to false printed right here on the console or on the web page. First of all, I'm going to close this one off, and then right here in our VS Code, I'm going to save the file, and as soon as I save, we have evaluates to false right here. And remember, when I mean the total expression, it means that this gets replaced with either a true like this or a false like this. Okay, so that's how it works. And by the way, if I were to leave the false like this will always be false, right? Because now there are no conditions to either change this or make this a true or a false. So if this is false, it means that each time we save this file, our scripting.js file, we're always going to get evaluates to false as an alert on the web page. So if I save this, we get evaluates to false. But if I were to change this, first of all, let me close this off and change this one to true and save, then we get a true or evaluates to true printed on our web page like this. And that's how the OR operator works. It just takes one value to be true and everything returns a true. Now let's look at the NOT operator. For the NOT operator, I'm going to take this one out again, and then I'm going to say something like 5 greater than 6. Remember, this right here is an expression, right? And we said that the NOT operator negates a Boolean value. So first of all, let's see. 5 greater than 6, is it true or false? 5 greater than 6 is false. And that means if we're to save this, we're going to get evaluates to false as an alert on the web page. First of all, let me save that. And we're getting evaluates to false right here. But if I were to negate this, I could just wrap this up in another parenthesis like this. And then I'm going to put the exclamation symbol like this. So now remember, this one evaluates to a false. But now that I have this not operator right here, it means that not false will give us true. So it means that this whole expression right here, if I were to take this one out, will give us true, like this. Okay, let me take it back. So now if I save this file, we're going to get evaluates to true on the web page. So you can see evaluates to true. What we've done here is as good as saying, removing this one and saying not false, like this. So if something is not false, definitely it is a true, right? And if we save, we're still going to get evaluates to true right here. You can see. And if I were to change it like this, if I were to say not true definitely is a false, right? So this whole expression will evaluate to a false. And since it evaluates to a false, then we're going to get this one evaluates to a false right here on our web page. So if I save this file right here, I'm going to get evaluates to false. And that's basically it. This is how the AND operator, the OR operator, and the NOT operator generally works in JavaScript. And the last thing I want to show you is a special thing that we can do with the AND operator. We can use the AND operator to actually assign a value to a variable. So we can do something like let name equals, and then I want to check 2 greater than 4. Then I'm going to say and Dominic, like this. And then I can come down here and say alert name 1. Oh, actually name this one 1, name 1. All right. So what am I doing here? First of all, I declare the variable of name 1, and I'm saying is equals 2 greater than 4 and Dominic. So what I want to do here is, first of all, I want to assign the string Dominic right here as the value of this name 1 variable. But I want to do that only if 2 is greater than 4, or only if this expression right here on the left evaluates to a true. So if this becomes a true, then Dominic will be assigned to name 1, okay? But if it evaluates to a false, then Dominic is not going to get assigned to name 1. So first of all, let's look at this right here. 2 greater than 4. Is 2 greater than 4? This is false, all right? So since this is false, Dominic will not be assigned to the name 1 variable. So if I save this, now you can even see right here, we're having false. So it means that the name 1 is having the value of false. You can see. But now let's say 5 greater than 4. Let me close this one off first. And I'm going to say 5 greater than 4. Is 5 greater than 4? 5 is greater than 4 indeed. And this is true, right? So since this is true, then Dominic will become the value of name 1. So as soon as I save this file, now you can see that Dominic is printed or has been given as an alert on our web page. So this is a special way to use the AND operator. So with that, my friends, comes to the end of this video, where we talked about the AND operator, the OR operator, and the NOT operator. See you in the next video.